Hi everybody, this is Ryan and I'm your instructor for data assessment this term. I'm really excited to get to know you. And if you've watched my last video, I tried to post this video yesterday from introduction and it had no sound. So, like you, I have struggles with technology, recording videos, etc. So I understand how it works and how we sometimes struggle. So don't feel like you're alone. If you have problems, please let me know and we can work through them. But anyway, I'll tell you a little bit about myself. Again, I'm Ryan, and I work for Emporia Public Schools. I'm the Associate Executive Director of Assessment and Accountability, and my main job revolves around assessment, accreditation, and data. It's pretty exciting. I work with data every day, and I work with accreditation about every day as well. So that's kind of what I do. Pretty neat job. Before that, I was a math teacher at the high school, and I also teach some classes at Fort Hays. So it's pretty exciting. I keep myself pretty busy. I want to give you a little bit of background about this course and some information about how to navigate. So the way things go is I always recommend that you start off at the Fort Hays State University website. As you'll see, it's on my screen. And that's where I start. I always start here. So for you, you'll go to Students. And then from there, you'll click on Blackboard. And it's always best to make sure you're logged out of all of your Gmail accounts and that you're only logged into your Fort Hays State University Gmail account. And things tend to work pretty nicely if you're doing that. So from here, yours look just a little bit different than mine, but for the most part, you'll have courses. And I'm going to choose one of our courses. This term I have two of the same courses, so I'm just going to choose one of them. And once it loads, we'll kind of walk through a few things. So this is basically our Blackboard shell. We don't use it for a lot of things. I'm trying to do more with weekly announcements and helping you prepare for your modules each week. I'm going to try to put out information, help you make sure that you're doing everything correctly. So the first place I'm going to look is announcements. And you should have gotten at least two announcements from me. You should have got one about the welcome. And you should have got one on Tuesday about this time or so about week 1. I'll try to do these every Monday or Monday morning, Monday evening, or Sunday, sometimes Sunday. My goal is Sunday evening, but like you, that doesn't always happen. So the announcements, you can expect one at least every week. The next thing is our course website. The course website's important because that tells you where your assignments are. There's some things about the course you want to go through, like you want to review the course information. You can get the course calendar here as well. And one thing I want to point out is anytime you see this little guy right here, if you click that, it'll actually expand it out and it'll be a full page. And we'll do more of that later. Here's a course calendar. And right down here, when it comes up, you can actually add this calendar to your Google page. But this calendar is important because it'll actually give you everything that is due. So you'll see here our first assignment is due on the 18th. I actually like to change mine to agenda view. Makes it easier for me to see. So you'll see our first assignment is due on Sunday, October the 18th. The next thing is a syllabus. This is not necessarily our course syllabus. This is just a general program syllabus. So we'll talk about the actual course syllabus here in a minute. You should look at the grading rubric. And then the last thing on this course website is the modules. And these modules are kind of are your assignments. And you'll notice there's an introductory video and then there's 12 other modules. Now, about half of the modules are discussion boards. You have one case study and you have 5 projects. So really, it's 5 big or 6 big things and some discussion boards and introductory videos. So I think it's pretty manageable. So if you want to look at the module, look at module 1 here. It's the first discussion board. If you click on it, it'll pop up and it'll display in this window. If you want to, and what I recommend is that you click this little guy right here, this button. It expands it to its own tab. And then this will allow you to print it off. I recommend you print it off and you read it and you mark it up, highlight things that are important, and check off things that you get them as you get done because you need to make sure you do everything in here. Don't skip things like, for example, there's the importance here of the standard correlation. Every one of your modules will have the standard correlation pieces in it, with the exception of the case study, because it's built around the standard already, and this part won't be there on the case study, but every other one has this part. It's important that you take some time to do the standard correlation, the relevance, and the reflection piece. I expect you to write quite a bit there. 1 or 2 sentences or 3 sentences are not going to cover it, or not going to cut it. You should write some nice full paragraphs that are well thought out, and should you spend some time. So you'll go through and you'll talk about, you'll do your discussion post, you'll do your standard piece, and then I expect you on your discussion posts to read and to respond to at least 3 classmates. And we use this little protocol right here. You paraphrase what the people have said. You post some questions. They can be clarifying questions. And then you put some ideas on the table. Now, the intent here is that you respond to some people, and then they come back and read what you type, and they respond back. So it's an ongoing chain of information. This is really how we share ideas and how we build content within this course. So the discussion posts are really important. You're expected to do a discussion post. You're expected to respond to 3 at least. And then you're expected to look back at what people have responded to you and follow up and answer questions, make statements, things like that. So it's ongoing. So those are the modules. And here are the assignments. So they're there. So let's go back to the course. Let's go back to the Blackboard site. The next thing is the course Google Plus Community. To get in the Google Plus Community, if you're signed into your Fort Hays Gmail account, and that's all, you'll be able to click on the Google Plus Community, and it'll take you right on in. If you get an error, or it doesn't work, that means you have more than one Gmail account open, or you're not signed into Fort Hays. So sign out all of your accounts, sign back into Fort Hays, and things should work just fine. And this is where you're going to post your assignments. Here's where you post your introductory video. You can see that the one I made last night is here somewhere. It's right here. If you play it, there's no sound, and it's unfortunate. I spent some time on that, but you know what? Things happen, so I'm doing it again. And I'll post it at the top of this page. The next thing here is your Meet the Instructor. If you want to know about me, click on that, and it brings up information about me. And some things I've got to tell you about me is I am married. I have a wife. She's a special education teacher here in Emporia. I have 2 girls. They're both in college at ESU. One is a junior and going to graduate in May. The other one's a freshman. She just graduated. She was one of the 2020 graduates, so it was kind of exciting. The next thing I want to point out to you is the course syllabus. You should print this off, read it, make sure you understand what's going on. Then we have our course calendar again. And again, I would click on the little button down here to add it to your Google Plus right here. Add plus Google Calendar. That'll add it to your calendar. So you'll see it. And again, I like to look at the agenda piece instead of the actual month. Okay, well, that is pretty much it. If you have questions, please make sure you reach out to me. My phone number is on the syllabus. You can email me. You can text me. I'm pretty, I respond to emails pretty quickly. I respond to text messages pretty quickly. And remember, I'm here to help you do the best you can and make the best possible work that you can do. That's just what I do, and I'm really here to help you excel and be successful in this class, and also be a successful future school leader. So this is Ryan, and I look forward to working with you. Talk to you later.